Hello, 355B. So my name is Erwin Salmeron Madero, and my major is in kinesiology, K to 12. I'm going to be a physical educator. Uh, so what does I do for fun? Well, I pretty much coach. Coaching is my passion. I coach soccer. I coach at a middle school, at a high school, and a semi-pro team, and soon to be in the community college staff. So I also love to play with my dog Cookie. She's a half Eskimo, half American Bulldog standard mix. So very interesting mix, and spend time with my family and friends, and obviously my girlfriend. So very pretty normal guy. And what is it that I expect, or what makes an online course good? Will be pretty much straightforward, organized setting. Now moving on to section B, we will ask a few questions. I will answer the first question: is what did I learn from this video? So what I learned from this video is how teachers collaborate with special education professionals, and how do we as teachers collaborate with families with diverse backgrounds. And lastly, just course content of how to navigate and what's important and what to expect from this course. Next question was special disability categories. So we were to list 13 disability categories that were covered under the Individuals with Education Act of 2004. So we'll start out with the list, which we start out with autism, deaf and blindness, emotional disturbance, hearing impairment, intellectual disability, multiple disabilities, orthopedic impairment, other health impairments, specific learning disability, speech language impairment, traumatic brain injury, and visual impairment. Now, which ones are the most common that we'll be seeing in our fields when we start teaching, which were stated in the video, which is going to be autism, emotional disturbance, and other health impairments. Now, next to the next question was, what are the eligibility rules for special education services? So what are the rules? Technically, there's only really two rules to receive service for special education, which are in having a documented disability, document, and have at least one or more disabilities to qualify for these services. Also, this disability needs to be have impact in the school performance. So negative impact. So if an autistic kid is having trouble communicating with his classmates, teachers, so forth, and it's hurting his or her grades, this act they qualify for these services. So the next question we were asked: describe two common issues that are associated with adolescents and disabilities. So children with disabilities and just normal children, what are common issues that they're having? So one of these issues were parents that do not give in autonomy to these children. So parents nowadays are not letting the kids commit, have independence, commit errors, learn things on their own ways, find different methods to do things, so this was one of the common errors. And on the other one was parents are setting expectations too high, or either not too high, but just in general setting expectations. Every individual is different. They're gonna perform to their best of their ability, and parents need to stop, in general, setting expectations for these children and letting them be independent and finding resources or ways to do things on their own. Lastly, why is people first language important? Where my first example was respect for the individual. It's very important how we use language and how we introduce a person, especially a person with disabilities. We can't be straightforward. If we don't know how the person will react. So then that comes to my second example: human first, and then disability. This is important because it just provides a more positive image, a more uh, respectable way to introduce a person with disabilities. For example, my name's Erwin, and he has autism. Sounds much better than just having he's autistic or she's autistic. So it's very important to be very, very formal with the way you introduce a person with disabilities. So this ends my introduction to this course. I hope you guys like my introduction, and any feedback I am welcome, and I'm open-minded, and we're ready to go for this semester. Good luck, guys.